Hello you and welcome to today's video. I am so excited for it. It's so goofy, it's so me, it's so much fun, it's so Halloween. So let's really get into this. So while you are watching me lay down the basics on the nails, let me show you one of my top 3 expressions that a lot of us text and throw around. And I was like, yes, you deserve to be 3D and show those teeth. All summer I have been seeing the 3D mouth, and with Halloween coming, I thought this little vamp up would be perfect. Now I always say I am not a nail tech. I am very new to nail art. And this is my second time attempting the 3D mouth and the first time with the eyes. And two things, I am trying my best to keep the video around 30 minutes. So basics like you just saw are ran through, and the end with embellishments are ran through because we can see that anywhere. We can't, however, see the derpy eyes and mouth with the fangs. You know, that I'm pretty sure someone's done it out there somewhere with all the millions of videos, but I haven't seen it, so that's what I'm going to be focusing on and taking my time to show you. Even on my own channel, the second or third set I did, you know, was heavy on gems and stones. So again, yeah, we're focusing on the good stuff today, and I hope you guys like it. So what I am doing now for our derpy vampire is still working on the backdrop, but I wanted to stress that earlier you saw me remove the shine with rubbing alcohol. I did not feel like manually buffing those long claws, so the alcohol hack is a great technique. But let me stress on you that if you do not get that base on fast enough, the rubbing alcohol will eat through those nails like it was a hot snack, so make sure to work fast. So our cat eye backdrop is gorgeous. Now for some sculpting. And I was in fact nervous. This whole video was such a stressor because even in this moment, I couldn't figure out the final touches. All I knew was I wanted that face on my nails. So you really are watching my brain work in real time, so to speak. So because I practiced once on the mouth and I do have a short on that, I wanted to start there again. We're starting with the top lip and placing it where I think it looks best onto, compared to the other nails around it. Then removing it onto its own nail stand so I can work easier. Now, instead of fussing with the solid gel to make the sharp teeth, I thought myself clever to use this pinky size stiletto. Like for real, this set is time consuming enough and we gotta find hacks for ourselves when we can. Now, these will sit on the bottom lip. If I stuck these under the top lip, they would be too flush to the nail and not show it all. So also, if I tried to shove them in the top lip, like inside of the solid gel top lip, it would have distorted it and made me want to quit and cry. So this is how my brain figured it all out. So I made sure to put the lips back on the nail set stand. That way I make sure the eyes go where they are supposed to and as evenly as possible. And right here, I got cold feet and I was like, I could leave these as is without the eyelids and they would be so cute. And it really would, but I had a vision and had to see it through. Whether it turned out good or not, I had to try. So I kept going. I swatched some ideas for eye color and chose the jelly green over the glitter green. That way the glitter comes through. This is looking so pretty already, and I was considering keeping everything shiny instead of matting the background at the end. So I didn't study Bruh Face at all before attempting this. I didn't know if she had eyelids or not, but I knew I needed them for this set. And I debated on letting the skin blend into the nail or keeping everything charm style, you know, kind of raised and just like pop art. And I chose charm style because that's the vibe of the emoji. I felt like if I blended the eyelids into the nail, that would be a creepier aesthetic and not derpy. And I wanted googly eye derpy as a final product. Y'all, I was so nervous at this point. About 2 to 3 hours have flown by. I'm thinking on my feet, figuratively and in real life. I am standing. My table is propped up so I do not sit while I work. It's my way of staying in shape, but for real, I should have taken a break because my brain is tired. And these lamps around me are not only melting my products, but my entire soul. But I was working on pure desire here, and that kept my hands going. So now we are grabbing our colors because it's time to paint. I'm mixing gray and white for the whites of the eyes and finding my skin tone for her eyelids. So y'all, this is such a fun moment. I know for some this is team too much with the lashes, but let's go, okay? Like, get all into the vibe. And real talk, I just hope this makes my mom laugh. We didn't think she would be with us for Halloween. For some of you who come back and watch my videos, thank you. You know the story I'm talking about. She, battling stage 4 cancer. She is doing so well at this time, as the video is coming out. The fact that I've been able to post videos over the past few weeks is so amazing. I've been so happy. So anyways, we are going to the home my sister bought for them as a gift for her troubles and being a great mom, and we're passing out candy. And also, more importantly, it's all 3 of our birthday month. My sister's birthday is October 24th. My birthday is October 25th, and my mom's birthday is October 26th. Back to back to back action. I don't know what magic my mom pulled out of that Harry Potter hat, but October is obviously our favorite month, and I'm really glad we're going to be able to celebrate it together. So here I added matte top coat to the bottom of the lid. That way it kind of pushed itself into the background, if that makes sense. I want the pupils of the eyes and the top of the eyes to be what stands out. I did that off camera by accident because I forgot to press record. And before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and secure that powder that's on the eyelid with some clear top coat. I'm stepping away from the eyes for now. Now I'm moving on to the lips. As an artist, I like to step away from the work so I can come back to it with fresh perspective. I'm using 3 tones of red for the lips and a brighter shade for the blood splatter on the teeth. I want the lips to have some depth, not too overly detailed because I want to keep that cartoon vibe, but just enough to compete and complement her eyes. Here I'm mixing a slightly darker tone to the same red, just so it's slightly darker than the top lip. So real easy for the shadowing. You want to go where naturally it's going to be dark, and that's in between the lips, which you see me doing here, and then underneath the bottom lip. You don't really need to do any more than that. Remember, don't panic if you have oopses. Just grab some rubbing alcohol and whatever tool. I'm using a Q-tip here. But I do wind up putting that little smudge back on purpose because I thought it would look good with the brighter red that I'm using for the blood. I'm also using rubbing alcohol and a thin liner brush to remove some of the red. That way the blood looks more drippy and it's letting a little bit more of the white of the teeth to shine through. Here I'm using matte powder to contour the bottom lid. I felt that one side was a little bit more puffier than the other, as you can obviously tell, but by using a darker shade of brown, it kind of takes some of the bulging away from the bottom eyelid, if that makes sense. Now I'm almost at the finish line, and I did decide to go matte for the finishing touches, and I wanted to do some sort of, I didn't know if I wanted to do scales like a dragon. I didn't know if I wanted to do like cheetah or, you know, or leopard, not leopard, cheetah or leopard or tiger stripes. I really didn't know where I wanted to go with it. So I just said, you know what, let me go ahead and open up the gel and just see where it takes me. And what I wound up doing is just putting, you know, my liner brush down to the nail, because I knew that if I made, you know, a quote unquote mistake, I can just wipe it off easily. And I just let the brush do what it was gonna do. I just decided to let go of everything I was thinking, and this is what I came out with. It's so cute, right? Like I just let it organically just come through the brush, if that makes sense. And it wound up being the best decision. I was so worried about how this, you know, how this was going to come out, because I didn't want the decoration on the rest of the nail to overpower all the work I did with the 3D eyes and the 3D lip. Even here, I was like, what am I gonna do at the top of this nail, or at the base of the nail, depending on how you're looking at it. And I said, well, I'm not like gonna put eyebrows, but I can go ahead and kind of give you a hint of eyebrows, and that won't overpower, you know, the artwork on the nail. Same here, I kind of went with the flow. I started off with, okay, where would her nose be, but not make a nose? Kind of make it scaly, but not scaly. Just keep going with that same thing of just little dabbles here and there. And it turned out perfectly as well. I was really happy. I just let go. How you say, let go and let God, and just trust the process. And again, whatever I felt could have been a mistake, I always had that alcohol handy to take anything away that I didn't enjoy. But this went seamlessly. I didn't have to erase anything. And now for the stonework. Same thing. I wanted a finished look, but nothing that's going to overpower the 3D vampire bra emoji. So I'm just going to go through one nail on camera, just so my video isn't too lengthy. But trust, you're not missing anything important. I just want to show you the technique of how I use a mixture of the solid gel to apply my bigger stones, and for the smaller stones, you know, I use some Beetle glue gel. After this nail, there's only 5 more stones scattered about the rest of the nails, so again, the video isn't too long on you. And now for our final touch with the white dots as a sparkle and covering the inside of the eyeballs with clear top coat. And I already matte top coat the dark brown powder on the bottom eyelid, so nothing else is left to do but to play in them. Okay, what do you think? This is so over the top. Oh my stars, like I don't even know where to begin with these. Like I don't even know where to start. Everything about them is so cute. To be honest, I wasn't even gonna post these, you guys. Like I was so hard on myself when I was done with them, but then my husband came home and I said, hey, go take a look at the nails, tell me what you think. And he was over the moon with them, and he was like, if you do not upload this video, you know, we gonna have some problems. So here it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it wasn't too long, but you know, I had to go through that process with you guys. That way, if you want to make these yourself, you know, you have some sort of playbook to get to the end result that you're looking for. And I'm showing you in different kind of lighting because they do look different in different kind of lighting. This is that, you know, the lights off with the flash going, and look at that. Team too much. Okay, I hope to see you guys on the next video. And remember, they're your nails. Do what you want. Have fun.